150,000 jobs in 2024 were cut in the tech industry.
2025, I'm gonna need a refund because this year sucks already. I just got laid off for basically the second time back to back. If you didn't know, I worked at Twitter and I got laid off when Elon Musk acquired the company.
You are not pulling your weight at a company. Careful, you're likely to be let go this year. First Microsoft and now Meta weighing in. Mark Zuckerberg.
What's up, financial hikes? So in today's video, we're going to be going over some more tech layoffs. I believe it's like part 8, part 7 to the series. We got some good videos that are 2025 right now. A lot of things are shaking. A lot of things are moving to 2025. And at the moment, it looks like tech layoffs are still going to be a thing right now, or like a major thing. We're still getting a whole lot of more big tech layoffs coming. So I just want to go ahead and go over some few videos about people talking about these tech layoffs, either experiencing it or I guess maybe in a higher managerial position that can kind of give us a different insight. I'll also kind of just give my insight on what I'm seeing and what I think we'll be seeing for the rest of the year. I will say I think tech jobs will be coming back a little bit, especially in the crypto sphere and whatnot. But let's go ahead and start out with this first video, and yeah, we'll go from there.
So in the current environment, especially in tech right now is usually the seasons of layoffs in the first quarter. I found myself in that situation last year. And then, years before that, I found myself in a situation in tech where was out of a job. But in that situation, I always went either learned a new skill set, understood where the market was going, and then I took education. And so if you're in the tech field, you could be a software developer, or you could be somebody who's in cybersecurity. You always want to add new skills to your portfolio of skills or in your tool belt. So if you ever did find yourself in that situation of being laid off, you have skills to add to your skill set. Because with blockchain education, you can build your own projects like I do, or you could build those skills, consult, or work for somebody. So if you're looking at blockchain education, look at blockchain development, smart contract auditor, but you want to look at adding skills.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think this is actually great advice. I like hearing people being, own it. Hey, you might get laid off, the economy may be X, Y, Z, but you're going to, regardless of that, you can still learn something new. You look, he's older and he's still learning something new. I like to see that. I'm tired of people, 28 plus. Just like, oh, wow, I'm just give up, whatever I'm currently doing right now is how I'm going to be for the rest of my life. That's pointless. You're just wasting your life, wasting your time, especially if you're online complaining about it too. You got so much time to learn new skills. So I'm glad he's talking about adding new skills. This is something I preach on the channel. Like if you're applying to like a whole lot of different like cyber or tech jobs right now and you're not able to get it, you keep getting rejection. During that period, you can still grow. You can still learn new skills, and you can continually upgrade your resume, upgrade your LinkedIn with these new skills so that you can show recruiters like, hey, I'm out here, I'm grinding, I'm learning some new stuff. And, it will just allow you to be a better employee whenever you do get a job, but also for your future. Because again, you may find new things that you weren't aware of, that you now are aware of, that you now may be interested in pursuing. So I definitely like that he's, own it. He also talked about, this is being January and we're going to still be in the layoff season. Yeah, I'm still seeing layoffs. I talked about this at the beginning of the full video. Depending on if you're watching the clip or not, you may not have seen that part. But yeah, January, I'm pretty sure we'll still be seeing layoffs, probably for like big layoffs, probably February too. Now, I think March, maybe March, April, I'm thinking that's maybe when we start seeing a good, increase and, people actually getting jobs versus all the rejections. But that's just what I'm saying at this exact moment. It could change next week, it could change next month. But I do like his proactiveness, and I definitely agree with that. Adding new skills, even if you're in a good role right now, you continually learning new stuff can definitely help you out, especially tech. You're talking about blockchain and some of these other things like that. I think that's great. I think the crypto, if I'm not mistaken, is like with the blockchain, if I'm not mistaken as well. So, hey, looking at, different crypto companies, towards your tech career, that could be a good option right now. Especially, I know Trump had his Trump, or either him or somebody else I guess has like that meme coin or that crypto, whatever. They did super good. I think it was like the last time like the post I seen about it, it was like at 18 cents and then it went to like $75 or $73 or something within like 48 hours. So yeah, if you got in, oh man, if you got in at 18 cents, picture yourself putting $1,000 back, 2 days ago. And then 2 days later, that 18 cents now goes to 75. So your 1,000, you times that by a lot of percentage, a lot of percentage. You're making bank. I would say a lot of people were making bank. They were making bank. Unfortunately, I was not on freaking that Twitter. I had to actually take it out so I could focus. So I could focus for my CISSP. But that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I would definitely stay tuned with that too if in the investing space, looking at these possible new coins that, could actually do pretty well. But again, a lot of these are kind of just meme coins, so that shouldn't be your main focus at all. But anyway, guys, now let's go ahead and play this next video here. Let's see what she's talking about.
I'm so glad TikTok is back because I'm genuinely wondering, like, as I sit here doing interviews for software engineering roles, there's like 5, 6 rounds, and a lot of the time you're dedicating hours to studying, doing take homes, this and that. I want to know what other careers you got to do this, like all this for. Of course, software engineers it's a rather high paying job. I want to know, is this normal for other corporate jobs to be doing all this? Like, and don't say like, oh, the police academy, you got to do 6 months. No, I don't, no, we're not doing that. Corporate jobs.
Okay, let me replay that one more time.
I'm so glad TikTok is back because I'm genuinely wondering, like, as I sit here doing interviews for software engineering roles, there's like 5, 6 rounds, and a lot of the time you're dedicating hours to studying, doing take home.
Okay, cool. All right, I got it now. So yeah, yeah, that's crazy. 5, 6 rounds. Unfortunately, man, I've been hearing about that too. A lot of people in some of my groups that I'm in when I was trying to get to cyber, a lot of them were going through like, okay, not a lot of them. I say a good amount. We're going to like 3+ interviews, but dang, 6, that is a lot. That is a lot. That's a lot. I don't actually think that is normal at all. 6 interviews, 5. I remember when I was applying to jobs, I think the most I had was like, I want to say 3 or 4. Yeah, about 3 or 4. Yeah, I think it was 4. I think the last one, I guess the fourth one was when I met them in person and like they took me out to eat and all the other stuff. It was a whole lot, and just not to get the job. Whereas the current job I have, I think it was only 2 interviews. So yeah, if a job wants you and you're that good, you don't necessarily have to go through all those steps. I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. Again, I was only 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I was only 2. I don't think I did. Like I did that second one, and they already knew. Versus me going again to that 4th one, and I still didn't even get it. So yeah, that sucks. That does suck. I don't think that's normal at all. Guys can let me know in the comment section. Do you think that's normal for these software engineering jobs for 5 and 6? I do know maybe for like the big companies, or I guess the FANG companies like Amazon, I could see that while I was applying to Amazon. I think during my second interview, I was asking about the process, and they were talking about, it'd been like a minute, and then they would email you a list, kind of like, I guess, the different steps. I remember that being a lot, maybe like 5. So I think there was like 5 interviews. I haven't applied to Facebook, or I guess you can call it Meta now. And it was another one, Microsoft. That one, I didn't apply to any of their jobs yet. I've only did the internship, so it was only one and done. But I'm pretty sure that one probably a good amount. So maybe like the top companies like that, but like normal average companies, nah, I don't think they're averaging 6 interviews. And that's also wasting their time too. This is wasting a lot of people's time. Like you can get it within 3, maybe 4. Like, you're just wasting people's time, especially when people really need a job and these interviews are spread out, weeks. So it may take you a month or 2 plus to get through the whole interview process. That's way too long. So hopefully if you're in that place that you're applying and you're like in the 5th interview, hopefully you're also applying to other jobs. We'll definitely recommend you applying to other jobs so you're not in that weird space like that. Because you may not even get it, and then you just wasted 2, 3 months of nothing. It's different if the interviews are like back to back or something. That's a whole lot different versus weeks on weeks. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and see what he's talking about here. Mass unemployment, yes. And yes, in a bad way. Like, no, this is crazy, but let's see what he's going to talk about.
Can someone please tell me what's going on with the economy? Why am I seeing so many 30 to 45-year-olds on LinkedIn unemployed? That's actually insane. When you think about it, before, like 10 years ago, or 7 years ago, it was quite unheard of seeing a 30-year-old or 30 plus unemployed. You would assume they have a good paying job, senior designer, whatever, art director, software engineer, some senior level position, right? And they're working in a good job, good environment. But now it's so crazy and so common that so many of these individuals are unemployed. But when you think about it, these people have mortgages, other expenditure that they need to pay on time. It's insane. I feel bad for them, man. But I'm praying that the economy recovers because the situation for so many people out there is just terrible. Government has to find a way or a scheme to pick up this economy. Otherwise, we are literally doomed.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I think it's good to also look at videos, not all based in the US, but look at outside of here to see that it's crazy everywhere. It is crazy everywhere. He was talking about what people 30 plus out here not being able to get a job. And that's what in the UK. In the US, we're still having troubles like that. And it's like it's global right now in the tech space and in the not just the tech space, like all the different spaces. You get all these mass layoffs and different stuff like that. So, kind of just, put things in perspective, like, yeah, it's really getting hard. And not like, like you said, 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, 30, 40 years ago, where if you want a job, you can get it. And people were still lazy. People still didn't want to grow. People still didn't want to do anything major. Like there were still people back then who didn't want to work and who didn't want to grow. Now it's like, you really can't even be in that mindset now because it's like you're going to have to put some time and effort to get this job now. You can't just be like, I really want a job, but I guess I'll do this. It's like, shit. I mean, oh, shoot, I want this. And I got to apply and, be against so many different people that didn't get rejected and do that 1,000 times to maybe get an inkling of, a possibility to get the job, or maybe after 100, you may get the possibility to get an interview after each 100. And that's not even guaranteed that you're going to even get the job. Because the job market right now is way, way, way harder than it was. I'm just straight up with you guys, but way harder. And it's like everywhere right now. So if you think you're in the US and like, hey, I could just move to the UK and it'll be better. No, you're still going to be in that same place. So what I talked about before, getting new skills is always good. Just keep upskilling yourself, so you constantly learn new stuff. I would look at a career that is probably less likely to, I guess, have AI take over within the next 5 years or in the next 3 years. Look at something that you can see that AI is just not going to end up just taking right over. I would watch some YouTube videos about people who were like writers. I guess they would like write stuff for like websites and whatnot. I think they were thinking the correct like job description or job title that would be. But they were doing that. And then the company ended up firing them because they were just using AI to write the stuff. And it sucks because it's like, dang, I'm spending all this time in school. I didn't even know this AI thing was going to be a thing. And then bam, it's just taking your job. So I don't want you guys who are like in high school and college thinking you're going to be like, one of these writers for like websites and stuff. And then, you leave school and there's like barely anything there, only for maybe like senior level people, because again, everybody else is kind of just using AI, or if they do hire you, they're paying you pennies because they're like a small company. And I guess they don't feel like investing the time and effort to learn about the AI side of things. So I'll definitely look about your future within that career. And if you think AI may end up taking that over within like the next 5 years, maybe pivot to another career and start upskilling towards that. Again, I think tech is great, but like there's a lot of different things within tech. Like you don't have to be technical. There's jobs within tech that isn't technical that you can do. So depending on where you're at, I would definitely spend some time going to Google, maybe LinkedIn, type of some of your skill sets that you currently have and see how it can relate to some type of tech job or some type of other career that you can pivot to. That's probably one of the big things I would do right now. If you're, on the fence or kind of scared, nervous, or don't have a job right now, or maybe you do have a job and you're ready to, pivot, make that next step. So next up, guys, let's go ahead and play this 150,000 jobs in the tech industry. Oh man, that's a lot. And let me make sure my mic is good. I may have to do this on post. I had like the wrong mic on, but I'll edit that in post.
150,000 jobs in 2024 were cut in the tech industry. In the property and casualty sector of the insurance industry, 1,800 jobs were cut in 2024. That is over a 182% difference. This is another reason as to why I want to educate people on the benefits of working in the insurance industry. Because insurance is always needed, it's a heavily regulated industry. It is very secure. Now, I'm not going to come on here and say that any industry is safe. No industry is safe from layoffs. But I will tell you, if you are working in the insurance industry, you will have a more secure position. And based off my personal experience, I've been laid off before in this industry. However, I was able to find a new role within 1 to 2 months. Can you escape being laid off? No, you cannot. Just can't escape the economy. However, you can put yourself in a position to be more secure in your career. And if the worst was to happen and you did lose your job, you can be more confident in the fact that the insurance industry is not oversaturated. Therefore, it'll be a lot easier for you to find another opportunity. If you're looking for a career or industry that can provide you more security, insurance is it. I can tell you about that. If you're looking for tips on how to better your chances in getting a role within insurance, I can help you with that. If you're looking to transfer your skills from big tech into insurtech, I can help you with that. So if those three things sound good
Okay, cool. I think this is a pretty good video talking about, again, transitioning to a different field. If you're in tech, I still say, hey, you can still stick it out in tech. But I guess if you're scared of tech now and you're in the industry, yeah, I don't think insurance is bad at all. I guess it depends on what type of insurance you're doing. You're doing car insurance, you're doing medical insurance, et cetera, et cetera. That can, decide on like the path you'll be going towards. I have nothing against insurance. If you want to do that, after college, my first job was my medical insurance, helping out retirees, getting their medical plan, dental, vision, whatnot. Pretty cool company at Towers Watson, and yeah, that was fun. That was a fun job, a pretty good payback then. I was able to do a lot. So yeah, I don't have anything actually against that. You can, from there, at least for me, I guess probably a lot of people who are maybe start out in insurance, you'll be talking to a lot of people, or talking to a lot of people, a lot of people, a lot of people, a lot of people. So I guess they can help out with maybe being less introverted and kind of just dealing with a plethora of different people and how to sell to them, which, hey, you could also do that within tech sales. So yeah, if you are maybe interested, if you're currently in tech and now you may be interested in the insurance side, maybe you can do maybe tech sales in us, like being able to, talk to clients, talk to people and explain things in a good way that resonates with them so you can make that sale. And if you're already in the tech industry, you may be more aware of the like technical things, but also how to talk about it in layman's terms for people, which can kind of give you a leg up versus somebody who is just a straight salesman and may not have that ability, or it may take them longer to get there, going into the intricacies of XYZ, tech or whatnot, that you would be able to probably explain a whole lot better because you've been using the tech for X amount of years. So it just come more natural, and that kind of just give you more credibility as well. But yeah, I don't think changing, industries is bad. I think that's good, especially if you can find somewhere again that you don't see AI taking over within the next 5 years. And yeah. Overall, I don't have anything against being in insurance. Again, I was doing it with the medical insurance. That was fun. Made some good money on it. So hey, that's what you want to do. Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one. I think tech is good, but hey, insurance can be good too. Again, it can definitely be good too. And lastly, let's go ahead and play tech job cuts. Let's see what she's talking about here.
Has got it in for underperformers. If you are not pulling your weight at a company, careful, you're likely to be let go this year. First Microsoft and now Meta weighing in. Mark Zuckerberg announcing in a memo today to his staff that they're going to get a much tougher on underperformance. They're going to be managing you out if you're not living up to the metrics that they see as standard. This time it's going to be 5% of their employee base. Look, that's quite a lot of people, about 30,600, because they've got 72,000 staff. Already, they've been doing this year of efficiency, reducing their headcount, and one point it was above 80,000. Now it's going to get sub 70,000. But they are still looking for more focused on their areas of growth, about artificial intelligence, around wearables, of course, and the new age of computing. So keep an eye on who they replace those talent with and their areas of focus. But if you're underperforming, you haven't done that well in your latest review, I might be a bit nervous right now.
All right, I think that's a good one to send this off. Yeah, definitely watch out. I would say this in any field, especially right now. Watch out what you're doing. Again, if you're lazy or slacking off, this may actually be your time if you haven't been laid off to I just started doing more, or at least learning more, or at least being ready to make that transition into your next journey. I would definitely be, on it for sure right now. Because again, if you're talking about what Facebook and Meta, or I guess Meta is, wait, isn't Meta and Microsoft? But yeah. Those are just two companies. Again, I've done videos talking about other companies as well that have been having mass layoffs. And I think we're going to continue to see that for a minute now. We also had a lot of I think federal workers having to go back to the office. So I'm pretty sure a lot of these other companies are going to probably start doing something similar. And I know like one reason they're doing this too is to lay off people, like a soft layoff, because some people are going to be like, nah, I don't want to go back in the office. So, they'll just, leave. So that's an easy way to lay off some people. But after that, they're going to be finding reasons to fire people. So again, just be sure that, the money that they're paying you, you're able to at least do something for them to, equal that out, But you made a good point about the reviews as well. If you're doing bad on those, on the last one, you really want to be on your P's and Q's right now, for sure. And again, if you're looking to grow to maybe, another field or whatnot, this is a great time to puff up your resume, puff up your LinkedIn, puff up your Indeed, start looking at other jobs, start applying to other jobs. And if you're lucky enough to get some interviews, even if you don't actually plan on leaving your job quite yet, you can still do these interviews so that you can just get a better sense of the current market, and you can get better at talking with these recruiters. So, and also too, you can get an idea of the salaries, because maybe when you were applying to whatever job you had, the salaries were kind of lower. Now they may be a whole lot higher. That can maybe motivate you too. And, kind of to get a sense of the landscape. So when you do get ready to, make that transition to your next job, you're just more aware, you're better able to speak with these interviewers so that you're able to, sell yourself better. You're again able to see the current market with the salaries so you can possibly make more money and kind of to put yourself in a safer position. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.